Hi, I'm Violet Price. I'm the writer-director of the upcoming feature film, God's Country, which just got funded and is going into production. And I'm really excited about it, and I wanted to make 5-minute little videos sort of vamping about what's involved in filmmaking, because I feel like the way I'm making films at my level is definitely something I've never heard anyone talk about. I don't even know if people do it the way I do. They might. I don't know. Um, but I want to talk about different things today. I want to talk about money because money is easily the most important part of filmmaking. It's really strange because you get into filmmaking and like I've spent my whole life learning to edit and how to write and like all the creative stuff, and then you finally get something that's good, and then you have to like become a salesman to get people to give you money, which is a whole different skill set other people spend their whole lives working on. But I've been basically expected to become my own hype man, which, if you want it bad enough, you'll do it. So I've been working my ass off to be like the hypiest hype bitch. But it's been a really weird experience. The only way this movie got funded, initially, Chris Morris Lent, our first producer, is like a buddy of mine. He's a poker buddy. He's a good dude. And he hit it on GameStop. He was like one of those Reddit kids who like was on it from square one. He made a shit ton of money and he got out. And he had a big day. And I asked him for $10,000. And we signed some paperwork to like give him a percentage of the movie and so forth. And that's how we got the first half of the movie made. And we shot it. 10,000 came from him. 7,000 came from gambling. Me and my wife were poker players. We needed X amount of dollars to get post and film festival things done. We didn't have it. I took $1,000. I went to a casino. I grinded it out. I got lucky. I had a really hot PLO night in particular. Although I did pick off a $1,500 bluff that night. So, it wasn't just luck. But whatever. You need the grace of God to make these things happen. And so a movie like this, which I think is very political, maybe it's not, I don't know. We're pro-Palestine. We hate cops. It's hard to talk about what's being political when your existence is political, not to get all like, whoa, but anyway, yeah, I don't know how you would ever get a movie funded like this through any other way other than like a crazy lunatic friend who hit it on GameStop in a weird Reddit scheme, and then gambling, and like then like a whole lot of doing a lot with a little like scrappiness, if you will. And then we made this movie and it turned out good and it was this incredible thing, and it screened in theaters and it was like wall to wall laughs and it was like the best feeling of my life. And then you like win an award, you walk down a red carpet, you feel like fucking hell yeah, and you have the best night of your life. And then you wake up and you're still unemployed the next morning. You know what I mean? It's not like there's someone with a giant key to the city in a sash who's like, here's $100,000, make whatever you want. That's unfortunately you think you make it that far and you're like it's fucking at the Man's Chinese Theater. There's a sold out audience. Like we're fucking crushing. Like I know that it's good finally. Like in your head you think it's good, but you know what I mean. It's very different to have 100 strangers like fall over laughing. I felt like fucking God. It was like the best feeling of my entire life. It was like a drug. Yeah, and then for a year, then you just start. People make you promises. Some people are totally full of shit. Why would someone promise you things like that? Like how much cocaine do you do? A lot of LA people at parties on cocaine, like unbeknownst to me because I'm just hanging out, are like making crazy promises. I'm trans. Like there was one dude who ended up just sort of being a chaser. It was kind of like leading me on for the girlfriend experience or whatever shit like that. There's it's all kinds of shit, and you just get used to like, oh, it's been a fucking year now, and like this, and I've just been begging strangers for money unsuccessfully. My friend Kurt, this guy Kurt came up to me after my first film festival, total stranger, and he like was blown away by my movie, and of all the people I've sort of met in like the filmmaking, he's like the legit dude. He like cares about filmmaking, and like he's been kind of a little bit of a mentor. Just kind of like telling me what the next thing to do is, because I don't really know. Like I'm an artist, I have a good head on my shoulders, but he's worked in Hollywood for his whole life and he works at a studio, so he has knowledge I don't understand. And he talked me into doing a Kickstarter. I, to be completely candid, thought who would ever give me money? Like I'm a stranger with 300 Twitter followers. Like, can I have $100,000 please, a community? But you know what? Like I was wrong. Like people like I fucking put myself out there, and like I got some very talented people to back me up, and like some huge favors from some incredibly cool people like who believe in me that I didn't expect. Just like retweets, like just a couple of retweets by a couple of people who cared, like were enough to like get it started. And I had a good team, and like we made $8,000 which is not what we were asking for. It's not enough, but like $8,000 is fucking $8,000. That's enough money to keep us going. That's enough money to not feel like I'm insane. Everyone who gave, like we got $4,000 on the last day, and it was like, or like 4,500. It was crazy, and it felt so fucking good because like at that point I'm like, you know, the early parts of the campaign we get a lot of donations because that's how these things go, and you get really scared. Anyway, that was crazy. But then like, you know, we still need I mean realistically, $80,000 more or something. We're like 8. We've spent 17. Not to get too inside baseball, but I think it's kind of interesting, right? Yeah, and then just randomly, you know, an angel fell from heaven. Kiki Couture, Kiki Cartier, pardon me, my dear. This like wonderful, amazing person just like found our Kickstarter and like believed in what we were doing, and just like showed up with a giant check one day. Now the whole movie is getting made. But like, the thing is like, as far as the way movies get made, like the fact that it got a GameStop, Kickstarter, and just like someone who happened to be like a random person who just like believed and like saw what we were doing and hates Obama as much as I do, which was a fun thing to talk about over beer. We had a beer the other night. We had a couple, and it's just nice to get drunk and bitch about Obama. Like he could have codified Roe v. Wade on the first day. Like fuck that guy. Bail out the bags, fuck him. But anyway, just somebody like, you know, that's like one way to put it, but somebody just sort of like is a trans person, like, spoiler, not to clock myself, but somebody just believes in queer film and like believes that this movie might make a difference and like wants to do some good with their life. And like, that's what I want too. And like, just like, it's just fucking random that like the whole movie's getting made now. Like I'm meeting with them tonight to finish up some paperwork, and then we start scheduling. Like, and I am just fucking, it's very surreal how it happened. Like you just never expect anyone to give you money, but then like when it happens, you deserved it, right? I don't know, it's complicated, but I'm blown away that I get to do this, and like it means, and also seeing the pain that has gone into like getting money, like in this fucking capitalist system, getting like every donation was from people who couldn't afford it. Like I feel bad like asking the queer community for money. Like I believe what I'm doing is worth it. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a sacred commitment, but like, if you're looking for money, like 50% of trans people are homeless. You know what I mean? Like we are not the ballers of society, but like we still fucking care about shit. Anyway, not to get on my shit, but yeah, just like it's such a sacred responsibility at a certain point. Like you're like, fuck, like people believed in me. People actually like worked hard and gave me their money. Now like I owe it to them to make the greatest movie of all time and make their money back. Like, to be completely honest, like I want to make great art, I want to make a good movie, but like if I make a good enough movie commercially, then I get to make a second movie and I get to make a third movie, and it's like my life is made. Like there's a lot, like it's very important to me to like, in addition to the fact that it means the fucking world to me to say what I'm saying, and like I don't want to like drink my own Kool-Aid, but if I could give like people something they haven't seen before at least, or something that means something to people, something that resonates and sticks with them the way like movies used to mean something to me back when they were good. There's still good ones, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I don't want to go too long. That's what we always say at the end of a YouTube video, right? And don't forget to subscribe. Sorry, I'm a dumbass. I'm a fucking dumbass. But my point is, like, I just wanted to talk about the different ways to make movies, and like, I don't think it's something you even think about, like what's involved in like coming up with a tagline and like selling it. Like it's like my movie is about lesbians and murdered billionaires, but like it's also about all these deeper things. But like that doesn't look as good on a poster. It's like a metaphor for capitalism and like queer resistance and all that stuff. It's like, I mean, maybe that stuff would sound cool. I don't know. It sounds cool when I'm saying it to myself now. But you kind of just got to pick like a brand. I hate to use that word. Anyway, oh, my computer's turning off. Anyway, that's my first video in a series. Thank you very much for hanging out, and I hope I didn't go too long. Thank you.